Hey everyone, this is Mel. The topic for today's video is passive voice. So today we will learn the functions, the structures of the passive voice, and we will see many examples of them. So let's start. Passive voice. What is the passive voice? The passive voice is a grammatical structure that is used when you don't want to emphasize who or what performs the action, but rather who or what receives it. When can we use the passive voice? The passive voice is used when the subject of a verb is unknown. Example: the valuable painting was stolen from the museum last night. The passive voice is also used to show interest in the person or object experiencing an action rather than the person or object performing the action. In other words, the most important thing or person becomes the subject of the sentence. For example, in "the ball was thrown by the pitcher," the ball, what is the subject, receives the action of the verb, and "was thrown" is in the passive voice. The same sentence in the active voice will be "the pitcher threw the ball." Structure. The passive voice can only be built with transitive verbs that can take a direct object, which are those that express the action that the subject exerts on another person or thing, which is indicated in the predicate, specifically in the direct object. Example: she looks the sky. In the passive voice, the subject becomes the adjective and the direct object becomes the subject. Example: she wrote a letter to him. She is the subject, wrote is the transitive verb, a letter to him is the direct object. And transformed to the passive voice, a letter becomes the subject, was written is the verb to be conjugated, and to him by her is the adjunct. A passive voice construction contains a form of the verb to be and the past participle of a transitive verb. Example: trees were planted in the park by them. The verb to be is in the same time and tense as the main verb in the active voice, followed by the past participle of the main verb in the active voice. Example: she has written a book. In this sentence, the main verb is has written, which is in the present perfect. To convert this sentence to passive voice, we follow the following steps. The verb to be is used in the same tense and form as the main verb in the active voice. In this case, the verb to be in the present perfect is has been. Then we use the past participle of the main verb in the active voice, which in this case is written. The passive sentence will be: a book has been written by her. Examples: the new shopping center is being constructed on Juan de la Rosa Avenue. The stolen car was found abandoned in a remote area. The delicious food was prepared by my best friend's mom. The lost submarine was not rescued by the Coast Guard. The valuable artifacts were carefully preserved in a temperature-controlled museum. The important decision was made by the board of directors during their meeting. The beautiful garden is tended to by a granny who loves the plants. The classic novel was translated into multiple languages and published worldwide. More examples: the fascinating movie was filmed in remote locations of Potosí in Bolivia. The impressive work of art was displayed in an art gallery down the square. The chemistry report was completed by a team of students from the university. The rare species of birds are protected in a wildlife sanctuary called Agroflori. The renowned actor was awarded for his outstanding performance in comedy films. The challenging puzzle was solved by a group of dedicated enthusiasts. The luxurious hotel was reserved for Andreas Aunt's wedding. The important message from the career director was delivered to all the students who cheated. And that was it for today's video. I hope you managed to learn how to use the passive voice with the help of my examples. See you in the next video. Bye!
Tylko jedno w głowie mam, koksu 5 gram, odlecieć sam w krainę za